Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next question. Okay, so this question belongs to GATE CSC 2009. Okay, so the given question is let L is equals to L1 intersection L2. Okay, so where L1 and L2 are the languages below. Okay, yes. Okay, so when it comes to L1, what is it, guys? So here we are trying to check A power n b power A power m b power m. Okay, then C and then A power n b power n. Okay, so basically here there is a proper matching being done, right? So I think for this we need push down automata for sure. So basically if we push A power n, so first I will push all A's, then I will pop each A for B. Okay, so this part will be done. So then for C I will not do anything, and when I come back again with A, again I will push all A's, and once I get a single B I will start cancelling them, and at the end if I get an empty stack that is with the Z0, so I will accept it. So I think for this we compulsory need PDA, right? So we can write it as a context free language, right? Yes. Okay. Similarly, moving on to L2. So in L2 we are having A power I, B power I, C power K. Okay. So indirectly here three variables are different and everything. So I think we can do it with regular language, right? Yes. Okay. So now they are asking what is the intersection between CFL intersection regular language. So to be clear, we may not study these things directly, like relation in between CFL and regular language. But if a particular language is regular, can it be CFL, guys? It's 100% sure it will follow CFL also, right? Yes. So it is indirectly CFL intersection CFL, right? Yes. So to be clear, does the CFL, so let me write it neatly. So CFL intersection CFL. So does the CFL follow intersection, guys? Please recall about these closure properties. Yes, it will follow. So if you want the proof, so just give me a second. I'll be taking, where did I keep that paper? So just give me a second, guys. Okay. So when it comes to closure property, okay, yes. Okay, so if you recall, CFL is not closed under intersection, right? So we cannot guarantee say whether it will be CFL or it may not be CFL. So now the only thing is you need to check with respect to these two intersections, guys. So if I try making intersection, what will be my result, guys? So if I start thinking, so these things will not come, right? So this end A power n, B power n, any string. So obviously n value will be equal to 0. Only then there could be something's equal, and indirectly if they are equal also, so indirectly it will work in this way only, right? So the value of I and j will be same, and the value power k should be equal to 1 always, right? Yes. So if it is this thing, so can we construct push down automata for that, guys? I will push as many A's as I get, and as I start getting a B's I will pop them, and at the end I should get a C. So then I will accept it. So I think we can easily construct a context free grammar or context free language, or you can construct a PDA for it, but we cannot construct regular language or automata, right? Finite automata, right? Yes. So I think we can conclude that C is the most appropriate correct answer. Okay, and whenever we have learned these things, wherever yes is there, we can 100% say that it is possible, guys. So if the same question is regular language intersection with regular language, so at that time we can guarantee say that it is possible. But when it comes to CFL intersection with CFL, we cannot say, but it is not saying it is not equal, right? So please remember that. If few students might be thinking that here if it is not written, they will think that it is not possible. The only thing is we cannot say. It might be possible, it might not be possible. Got it? Yes. Okay. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to this. So in the next lecture, let us continue with the next question, right? So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.